Hello and welcome to Between the Lanes, episode number 84. I'm Ron,
I'm Shane.
And I'm Walker.
and we are going to talk about slot cars as usual.
Really?
Well,
I
yeah,
wanna talk
really.
about tennis.
Tennis, USRA, or yeah, what is it? USRA or USCA, United Soccer or something. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to Between the Lanes, episode 84. And you can find us on YouTube. Slot Racer is the channel. We have 84 episodes up now. How-to articles and some special episodes. They're on YouTube. On Facebook, the page is Between the Lanes. And race results from last weekend and even a week or two before that. The winning report. Mid-South Slot Car Racing Association was at the Slot Car Track Concord.
Hey, that's me.
Walker's home track. Home of the 2019 USRA Scale Nats, and this race kind of served as a warm-up race for the upcoming Nats in April. So in LMP, Ralph Thorne was the winner. Walker was second, and Guy Spalding was third. No idea what Timmy Bottoms is doing in this picture, but, hey, he was given the action there, I guess. So
He was fourth.
he was fourth. In the 4-inch stock car class, Ralph was the winner again. Walker was second again. And Teddy Van Halen Hoots was in third.
Van Halen hoots.
Well, okay, so years ago, Teddy raced 27s and stuff in the Mid-Atlantic USRA, and every picture he was ever in, he always had his Van Halen shirt on. So he was just
Gotcha.
he was Teddy Van Halen Hoots. So
That's funny.
yeah.
It's fitting.
And in the scale 4.5-inch class, Walker was the winner. Guy Spalding was second. James Merriman was third. That was on the oval track. And then in GTP, Timmy Bottoms pulled out the win. No action there, but Guy
All business.
Spalding was second, and Teddy Hoots was third. And then in the production flat track race, which was an added feature race, not a usual Mid-South class, Walker was the winner. James Merriman second, and Chris Barnes was third, and I don't know why James is holding his JRL car, but
What was closest?
it was a production race. USCA was at Mid-America Naperville, and in the IndyCar class, don't have podium pictures, so we'll just put what the cars look like. In the IndyCar class, Scott Morgan was the winner, Bill Subnick was second, and Rick Stegan was third. In the 4.5-inch stock car class, Scott Morgan doubled up with another win. Jeff Strauss was second, and Byron, I think it's Cereza, was third. Can-Am, J.P. Milchersko was the winner, Bill Sebnick second, and Rick Stegan third again.
Is that a Ron special?
That was the body was.
All right.
And the production class, Dennis Clark was the winner, J.P. Milchersko second, and Jeff Strauss was third. Yeah, I sent J.P. a car to run it. I had, some race not too long ago and sent him 4 or 5 different bodies in the box, and I didn't realize I was missing one until they posted that picture. So,
It's like, there it is.
no biggie.
Yeah.
Midwest Spec Racing Series was at Route 66 Raceway in Elkhart, Illinois, and all classes were ran on the oval there. And in the Bombers class, Jason Plummer was the winner. I guess that was his 5th or 6th win in a row in the series, so congratulations, Jason. Kurt Vincent second, and John, who is Kurt's father, was third. In the dirt late model class, Kurt Vincent was the winner again. Oh, no, he was the winner, not again, but he was the winner. John Vincent, Ed Riddle was second. John Vincent was third. Kurt was again the winner, and Spec Indy with P.J. Bolt second, Ed Riddle third. In GTP, Kurt pulled off the trifecta with another win in the GTP Phoenix class. P.J. Bolts was second, and Dave Fugate was third. Mid-America Hardbody Slot Car Club was also at Mid-America Naperville. They ran later in the day after the USCA race. In the – I don't have this photo right, I don't think, because this would have been Super Stock. And Brian Meharry was your winner. Rick Stegan was second. J.P. Milchersko was third. This is the Pony Stock class. Neil Eisler was the winner. Brian Meharry second. Dave Garino was in third. And I didn't put up the hobby stock picture. That's what I was missing. But in the hobby stock class, Scott Morgan was the winner. That's because they didn't have a podium picture. Scott Morgan was the winner. Dennis Clark second, and Rick Carlisle was third. Pin Jersey NASCAR series was at Fast Tracks in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. No podium pictures, but in the Xfinity class, Randy Core was the winner. Dale Granger second. Bill Gearhart was third. And then in the Cup class, did you see the difference between the Xfinity car and then the Cup car? Do you see what's the difference is, Walker?
Yes.
Body and motor.
Yeah.
So in the Cup class, Randy Core was the winner again. Carmen V was second. John Streisguth was third. Florida Wing Car Series down, I believe, was at Fast Eddie's, Pinellas Park, Florida. Group F, Ed Hoffman was the winner. Jason Burnside second. Mike Mock was third. In the Group 12 light class, Randy Sherrill was the winner. John Craddock second. Carmen Spence was third. And then in Group 12, Carmen Spence was the winner. Tommy Stringfield was second, and Mike Wilson was third. At the 12th annual R4 race, a.k.a. Retro Revival Reunion race, that was at Tom Thumb Hobbies, 12th year in a row, Columbus, Ohio. In the GTC Coupe FK class, Jason Dennis was TQ in the winner. Eric Shirey was second, and Joe Ligori was third. In the GTC Pro Coupe class, Willie Custer was your winner. Rick Starkey second. Cap Henry was third. In Can-Am, Willie Custer set all kinds of new track records, qualifying, lap total, fastest race laps. Kind of dominated the Can-Am race. Cap Henry was second. Ricky Bernardo Jr. was third. And then F1, Cap Henry won, making him now at 10 R4 wins. Rick Bernardo Jr. was second, and Jimmy Williams, last year's winner in F1, was third. The Ohio Oval Series, this was from a couple weeks ago. I totally spaced this report when it happened. I had the pictures and everything. I just didn't get them on the show. So they
You're
raced.
fired.
They raced at Mark's Model World in the IndyCar class. Denny Murray was the winner. Matt Easterday second. Keith Nelson the second was third. In the 4-inch stock car class, Jim Pace Jr. was your winner. Grant Sam second. Keith Nelson the second, third again. And then dirt late model, Kirby McLennan was your winner. Grant Sam second, and Dan Richardson was third. And week before last, because I didn't see this stuff until earlier this week. They had the third annual Scrambler race, which is held up in London, Ontario, Canada at Ono Raceway. And they run 3 classes, and I think just 2 classes decides the overall champion of the Scrambler event. So in GT1, there's a picture of the GT1 cars. Roger Nisnik was your winner. Dan Ebert was second, and John Schwartz was third. And I don't have a picture of the GTP, but GTP was won by John Waller. Dennis Domney was second. Roger Nisnik was third. And then Group 12, which there's the Group 12 cars. Dennis Domney was the winner. Terry Dalton second. Dan Ebert was third. And the overall and that's your Dennis Domney there on the right. That's your Group 12 winner. And the overall Scrambler champion for 2019 was Roger Nisnik there in the green shirt.
Didn't he race at Mark's one time?
Yes.
Thought the name sounded familiar.
Yeah, he raced with us last year at, I'm trying to think what race that was.
I know why you think the name sounds familiar, because he makes tires, doesn't he?
Yes, he does make tires.
Okay, that's why.
Now, he's also pitted over.
Yeah. Yeah. Winner, chicken dinner. That's your report.
Sunday. I beat
Wednesday, 76, 1942.
Wow.
That's when Rom was born.
No.
Close. Okay, so this weekend we've got the AWRA at Archdale. We got the Rocky Mountain Retro Racing Association at Straight Line Speedway out in Colorado. Gator Retro Racing Region is in action in Florida. F2000 is at Lucky Bob's. That's a wing car race. New England Retro Racing, I believe, is having their final race of their series, and that's their championship race. The BRS is at Race-O-Rama in North Baltimore, Ohio. And the Ohio Challenge Cup Series is at Washington, Pennsylvania on the UK Black Track this weekend. And then next weekend, we got Retro East at Speed Zone. And that's all I got on my calendar for that weekend. So we might have more dates or more races for next weekend on next week's show. So last week we talked about the scaling of the chassis. And Steve Murch, who runs the Facebook page, New Zealand Steel Slot Cars or something like that. I didn't know that it was Steve's page. Anyway, Steve sent a message, and he said that he thanked us for showing this and talking about it on the show. And he agreed with what we were saying in regards to scaling real cars versus slot cars. And thanked us for bringing it up. And he just said that, really, again, he hasn't learned a whole bunch from the scaling thing, but I think it's kind of a work in progress. So he kind of called it chassis balancing more than he did scaling the slot cars. So, I think we'll start a new segment on the show. It'll be called Shout Out.
Oh, boy.
Give a shout out to somebody.
Isn't that a song? Doesn't Kiss sing that song?
Well,
Shout it out.
Let's shout it out loud, but I'm not going to shout it out loud. I'm just going to shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to a fellow slot car enthusiast and racer. And that shout out this week will go to Russell Sheldon from Millerton, Western Cape, South Africa. And me and Shane talked about this, I don't know, a week or two ago. And Russell always posts on Facebook like what he's working on and stuff. And, he just builds like so super clean. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you could just eat off his cars, and his paint jobs are like, spot on. I mean,
I just love looking at his work.
yeah, I know. It's just, everything is just so clean.
Yeah.
There's
super nice guy. I haven't
yeah
personally talked to him, but
I mean, he's raced since the 70s. I mean, he's a very, very long time racer and enthusiast, and more scale racing than anything else. But he's involved with the track down there in South Africa, and
they got that new track. I remember them building.
Right, and there's a 24th, GT12 Eurosport chassis, with a little, JK Hawk 6 setup based motor in it, and there's a couple of GT12s. It's just, like I said, it's just so clean, and so that's
eye candy.
Yeah, so that's our shout out to Russell Sheldon. Keep up the good work, and stuff is beautiful and super clean. And I mean, as you just look at the chassis, I mean, it's just like, where did he solder the stuff to? I mean,
yeah, you can't even see where
it's super glue. He uses the high quality.
Super glues it, takes the picture, and goes and builds it and gets all rusted up. Yeah, I got you there, Shane. So that's our shout out to Russell Sheldon down in South Africa. New stuff.
Oh boy!
So earlier today, pre-show, my eye was caught by these new printed drag tires from Mid-America Products. There's some Hoosier rears, some Mickey Thompson MT rears, pretty sporty looking wheels there. I hadn't seen those before. There's some MT rears with like a 5-spoke design wheel. And then there's the fronts, which, pad printing on an O-ring cannot be easy, but that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
and then
that does look great.
And there's the Mickey Thompson ET fronts that were so popular on real cars back in the 60s and probably into the 70s. So
Those would look great on a rail.
New drag fronts and rears from Mid-America Products. And we got a couple of Mid-America giveaways here later in the show, if I don't forget. This isn't really new. I don't know. Have you guys seen the slotcarmods.com webpage? It's like a online slot car magazine. It's not printed, but it's laid out like a magazine, and you move your cursor down and you flip the page, and it flips the page of the magazine. And they've been around a couple of years. I discovered this a couple of weeks ago and forgot to mention it, but it's not really new, but it's new to me. I guess it's new to you guys and might be new to a lot of our listeners. So check out slotcarmods.com. It's online. It's an online magazine. It's more geared towards like modeling, if you will, like, drag racing and kind of like plastic cars, 32nd, 24th. I've only glanced through a couple issues, but the stuff that guys have featured in there is just amazing. Like Walker, with you guys getting into drag racing down there, you'll love that. You'll just love the page or the book or the magazine, whatever you want to call it. So that's really cool. So, and you can subscribe, like you can donate 50 cents a month or up to $5 a month. They got increments if you want to. You don't have to see the magazines, but if you want to support it, you can do it that way. But all that's on the website. So, and then last week we talked about scaling, and I found this article online from 1964. I thought I'd share it with you too. You can be in between scaling your cars. You can kind of use this old technology to find the center of gravity of your cars. It might help you out. There's you just have to go and read this and learn, figure out that center of gravity. And if that don't work for you, Walker, and I know you had some motor issues last weekend, for the Nats you could build a car with two motors, and if one fails, the other one will keep going, and you won't have to do a motor change, so it'll save you time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I just thought I'd share some of that technology with you if you want to maybe try that at the Nats this year. And
I'm sure I could totally do that.
We could. That's all I got. So, one more thing to talk about would be Flexi Palooza signups. 2019 Flexi Palooza signups opened on last Sunday at noon. If you raced last year, you're guaranteed in as long as you get registered. And I think the sign up was kind of confusing because I haven't even signed up yet, but I'm going to do it after the show here. So if you raced last year and you're going to race this year, you need to go sign up as soon as possible. And if you didn't race last year and you want to get in the race, you need to sign up because it's filling up pretty rapidly. I think there was only 22 open spots maybe, and over half of them are already filled up as of showtime. So if you're sitting on the fence about this race, you better get off the fence and get registered if you want to be in it because it's capped at 64 entries per class.
Don't be like me last year.
Yeah, or whoever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because, you two have already signed up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was one of the last people to sign up last year.
And you both raced last year.
The week before. Thankfully, there was a spot open. Don't be like me.
Thankfully, there was a spot open.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to get in this thing, you better get in it. So, time is running out.
Going to this race is worth it. Just because of the food. I care less about the race. I'm going for the food.
You're going for the food, I know.
I'm going to eat, and there just happens to be a race going on at the same time, so I might as well race.
If you went to the Enduro race there, you'd got 24 hours of food, 24 plus hours of food.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't enjoy it as much as I would.
We need a wider screen for you now, see, because you ate so much.
Oh, yeah. I ate a good meal before showtime.
No, I'm talking if you went to the 24-hour race.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yep.
Lots of food, lots of grub. So what did we learn at the Mid-South / warm-up race this past weekend? Walker.
Let's see what I can say and what I can't say.
Let's hear what you can't say first.
What?
Wise man say, man who hit wall hard bend car?
Confucius say.
Confucius say.
I did learn one thing, and that was you can have a clean race on the trial oval. I didn't wreck a single time in that scale race.
Yeah, you said something, or I think you posted that you didn't come out one time.
Yeah, I didn't come out once in that race or the LMP race.
And you lost both. Oh no, you won the.
I won scale. LMP, I just skipped 10 laps.
Yeah. He said, and you lost both.
Oh wait a minute! Didn't you learn that your car didn't count on red lane or something?
Oh yeah, I figured that one out. I don't know why. Probably because it was bent.
Your car did the exact same thing at the Mad Fast race, didn't it?
Yeah, but this time it had good braid on it. So.
But this time I spent the extra $2. So
I ain't spending no money.
he couldn't get 10 laps for $2. So both races, your car doesn't count on red lane, but it counts on the other lanes. Obviously, you have a car issue there or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. I'm probably good. That's probably what I'll be playing with this weekend, trying to figure out.
Yeah, saying the Nats are coming up. You kind of want to have that under control.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out this weekend.
Just saying,
It didn't even do it in like Group 10. I figured, well, maybe less downforce. It might have done it then, but it didn't do it in Group 10.
But different car, right?
Yeah, different chassis.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
The Group 10 car was lower than the LMP.
Car problem.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
It's time to head to the chassis shop and pound you out another one.
Maybe you need to hold it wide open when you go across the counter.
Yeah, there's about 200 of them sitting right there.
There you go. So what else did we learn?
I learned that trying to think. I learned that Ron Hirschman, well, I guess Fast One's balancing is superior.
No. A painful plug.
Are you giving him a shout out?
I guess. Shout out to Ron Hershey.
Ron Hershey.
It's Hershey poo.
Well, I'm glad you were happy with our work.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's plenty more coming.
What you don't know is he flew me up there to do the arms because he was behind pulling bodies. So you're welcome.
Here's Shane. Go over and bounce these arms.
That's why they sounded so weird.
Just Walker's arms. Who cares?
Yeah, I got to start somewhere.
So you ran small arms.
Yeah.
Now, did you test small arms versus big arms or any of that stuff, or no?
The big arms that I had, all the big arm stuff I had was older.
Yeah.
I only had like one or two good big arms, but the small arm ended up being better. So.
And then I think you had a lack of preparation problem in GTP, motor-wise.
Well, that was more of a just unluck of the motor slowing down. Because I had one good motor, and then it slowed down. So then I went back into the piggy bank archives of all the slow motors and all the old RJR arms. And I put a Hornet on the car. It lasted a heat. And then I put another Hornet on the car, and it finished the race.
But considerably slower.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was at least 0.3 off pace from what I had before. But, hey, I finished.
That's right. You didn't quit.
Yep.
And you just
I lost a lot more time the second motor change. The first motor change happened at the very end of a heat, so I lost maybe a lap or two then. So I could have still won the race. And then the second one was like middle of the heat, and all my other motors didn't have a pinion on them. So I had to solder a pinion on.
Like I said, lack of preparation.
So then after that heat, in between heats, I soldered a pinion on another motor just in case I needed a fourth motor for that race.
Got ahead of the game at that point.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that when you saw that pinion on that fourth motor and you just don't wind up using it?
Yeah, I know it sucks.
By then, I'm like, this ain't meant to be, boys. Let's just pack it up.
Oh, I was finishing. I wasn't gonna quit.
Even if I had to push that car around the track on feet, I wasn't quitting. But your GTP car counted all the laps on red, right?
Yeah, same
Okay.
chassis in both. So.
Not the same chassis, but same type of chassis.
No, same car. I ran the same car in both. I just put my LMP motor on the GTP.
Okay. So it didn't count. You missed 10 laps with that car with an LMP body and an FK motor.
Yeah.
On red lane. And you put a GTP body and.
Yeah, when it ran GTP, it counted every lap. Run LMP with it, it did. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
I live here, you know.
You have about 6 weeks and you live there, so.
Yeah. I mean, I could go do it right now and just leave you to.
Okay.
I wouldn't complain.
Complain about what?
Him being gone.
Oh. And Shane and Bobby and a host of others are headed there this weekend for a big test session.
It's an open test session. All is welcome.
I'm going to hog red all day.
I was going to say, you're not going to get on red because Walker's going to be the lane hog.
I'll run red all day. Trying to figure out what was wrong.
Figure out what was wrong.
Go ahead. Get a good river up for me.
I broke a guide flag on Monday.
What'd you hit?
What?
You broke a guide flag on Monday?
Yeah, Monday night. Broke a guide flag, a Red Fox guide, graphite.
In the weekly Group 10 race, right?
Yeah, sheared it off.
Or weekly stock car race. I don't know.
Yeah.
What motors do you guys run on the weekly deal?
Chinese 16D.
Okay.
MVS.
Okay. North versus south.
Yeah, I'm sure you've balanced a couple before.
Yeah, I've seen a few. I won't mention any names, but I've seen a few.
Yeah, I hit a immobile car.
Immobile car. Is that what you hit, Shane, down there at the FNRS race on GTP?
Nah, someone was targeting.
Yours was still moving. It wasn't stopped.
Well, mine was on the rebound.
The thing is, we keep talking about it, but it's like people don't realize it was funnier if they were there because I custom good, boys.
Yeah.
I custom.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Normally it's the other way around. Normally it's me doing something stupid or Ron's cussing me. But I finally had my opportunity, and later on I was like, "Sorry, Ron." He's like,
I didn't do it on purpose. Believe me.
I know that. But it was just funny because it was like it happened, and I was just like, and I'm like, "Oh, that was Ron."
And you know what? I don't know what it is about the wall on that donut, but everything just rebounds right off of it.
I think it's because the wall, the padding that was used is rubber. Okay. It's like a 1/4 inch piece of rubber, and so I think that's why they rebound like that.
Probably a rubber trim from back in the day.
That's why they rebound.
Yep. It slams that rubber and flies.
Yeah.
It's better than it sticking in the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish it would have stuck that time, or at least long enough for me to get around.
Is there
wham. I'm like, dude, you're the last person I thought I would hit in the donut.
Sorry.
It happens.
It happens.
That dang Ron Hershey.
Yeah. Dang Ron Hershey.
Oh, Pappy, you got me.
Yeah. So everything. Okay. So this was kind of like the first race on the oval since you rebraided it and stuff for scale cars, right?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah, it was better. It was faster.
The track was faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I went there practice on it, it was night and day for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot better, and because it's got that new braid, it's a lot smoother now too. Because that old braid was just not very great.
And no braid repairs through the race?
We had to roll it once.
Okay.
Lower lane?
What?
Is it a lower lane?
Yeah, it was purple. So It's
Okay.
probably from a car slinging up and pulling up the braid or something in black.
That god dang guy on black.
Yeah.
Is he in a
Guy
white
just
car?
won't lift.
You won't lift.
You don't have to lift on black. It's suggested, but you don't have
Yeah,
to.
it's suggested.
Yeah,
It's faster if you do.
yeah, say it's smoother and faster.
Yeah. It's faster if you get it right.
It's the high speed.
Yeah.
The
Low
scale
drag.
race was fun. I had a lot of fun in that race. Some
Well,
people didn't.
was James leading and his motor got knocked out or something?
He ran the bottom first, so he ran from I think he started in blue or something. Blue or
Okay.
green or something. So he ran the bottom first and was coming up the track, and then his motor came out, so he was in the lead at that point. He was
Right.
like 8 laps up at that point on Timmy, who then took over the lead and was like 6 or 7 laps up, and then his motor got knocked out. So moral of the story, solder your motor in a little better.
Don't use super glue.
Yeah.
Okay, so the things we learned this weekend was you need to have your motor soldered in your cars better.
Yes.
You need to make sure your car's counting on red.
Yes.
You got to have all your pinions soldered on your backup motors.
Yeah. You got to have your entire motor box with pinions on the motors, just in case you need to pull out every motor.
Never know.
Yep.
And what
That time comes around, you got to go through 10 Super 16Cs. Hey.
and what did we learn on? Did we learn anything on the flat track?
I learned that Group 12 production is one of the easier classes I've drove on that track because of how smooth the motors are.
Okay.
It wasn't as easy as just that Flexi Flats cars were super easy to drive on that track. But like the Phoenix production race we had there a couple of weeks ago, that was wonderful. Way too much torque. So I threw the 12 in it and ran it, and it was pretty good. I just wish I had a lot less brakes.
Okay.
Gotta adjust your valves.
Yeah.
So did you have your brakes all the way off and you still want less brakes?
Oh, yeah. I had brakes all the way off. It stopped on a dime.
You
I
can,
just kind of
you can try some lighter springs or hone that setup out a little more.
it was a wing car motor, so you know.
Okay. That says it all right there.
Smaller wing car motor.
It says it all right there. 513 arm, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
528 air gap.
I'm not sure. Motor's still in the car. It's just sitting in the box.
It's prepped for the next race.
Yeah, it's ready. I just got to throw a new positive brush in and we're set.
And maybe some new braid.
Nah, it don't need braid. I ran the
Those
same
are just
braid
getting
on
broke in.
last time. What?
So they're just getting broke in.
These braids got 3 races on them. What do you mean throw them away?
That's why I run that Red Fox braid. Them things are stiff. They don't wear out as quick.
Okay.
They are nice. I will give you that.
Yeah, they're nice braid.
Giveaway.
Sure.
I like running them in GT12 and faster because they don't burn as easy. I like that a lot.
All right, we're going to give away a couple of Mid-America Phoenix motors. And contrary to rumors out there, the Phoenix motor is not being discontinued. It's still in production, still being produced, will be produced, and will be available. So the winner of Phoenix motor number 1 is a guy named, I didn't know his real name, 340 Dave. He's up in Michigan. I met him.
Hey, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah, I met him. He's a super nice guy.
I've met so many people in Michigan.
My spaceship is landed again. Who won?
340 Dave.
What?
I don't know what
I have no clue what the hell he's talking about.
My internet died, so everything went
right just
frozen.
there then?
Yeah, just then.
A little glitch. Right.
I turned on my phone to read a text, and looked up and everything was gone. I was like, okay, sweet.
Number 2 winner, Phoenix Motor, is Ken Williams. He's the Central Illinois Slot Racing Series champion. We talked about him last week. So 340 Dave and Ken Williams need to contact Roger Schmidt on Facebook. You're probably friends with him anyway, so both of you.
Who isn't?
Phoenix.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I know a few Colvins that probably aren't.
A couple more things in the news in the last few days. Thaser Raceway in South Bend, Indiana announced the Dave Gearing Memorial Race, which is going to be June. Let me grab a calendar. Which will be June 8th at Thaser Raceway. Celebration. Dave Gearing. They're going to race Can-Am USCA 4.5-inch stock cars and hard body pony stock cars using the B&E JPM series rules.
How close is that to you?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah, depending on traffic. But yeah.
Got any arms that are going to need to be balanced that weekend? You can fly me up and let me race?
You can come on up and race.
We'll see. Okay. I was thinking about that one.
Yeah. It's a cool track.
How far is it from Indy if I were to fly?
It would be 3 hours from Indy.
3 hours? And Indy from you?
2.5 to 3. Gotcha. From me to the airport, it could be 45 to an hour.
Depending on traffic, but not.
Yeah.
All right.
I could see if I was to come get you from the airport, I would go straight north. I'd go a little west and north, where I would have to go get you, go southwest, and then we'd backtrack. But see, Terry could pick you up on his way to meet me.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Always got a plan. And then
an hour ride with Terry alone. Oh boy, you gotta make sure he's on his meds.
Only for an hour. And then today the BRS announced that we're going to have a retro race on the Orange at HMS. That should be the first race. It'll be the first retro race on there. Probably be the first retro race, if ever, on a 100-foot American Orange track. And then in the month of May, the weekend of the 11th, then they're going to have the Ohio Challenge Cup Series yearly endurance race on the Orange at HMS.
How long is it? Do you know?
4 hours.
4 hours?
3 to 5 man teams.
Yeah, I think Mike Fleming sent me a message while we were recording this.
Yeah, that's the text I read.
What's that?
Trying to get you boys to come up?
Yeah.
He said something about cheap flights, and then it disappeared. I'll check it out after this.
Flights?
Probably the same text he sent me.
Probably.
Gotcha.
So those were a couple of special races that were announced here in the last couple of days, which should be some fun ones. It's going to be really cool to race on the Orange track.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to Thaser. I think that'd be kind of fun.
That's another neat, unique track, too.
That's the one that has the crossovers?
No.
No?
It's I'll put a picture up next week, but it's like a hill climb.
Mm-hmm.
But so you come out of the bank and you got a 180 turn at the end of the straightaway.
Right.
And instead of having a 180, which what you call the finger, you've got a right-hand turn and then into like 3/4 of a 180. So there's like a zig.
Also does like question mark.
Yeah, and then you go down to the other end, and instead of having a 90 going up the hill, you have another zig or zag before you. So like kind of like 2 question marks.
Gotcha.
That sounds fun.
So yeah, I mean, most guys that go there the first time struggle a little bit, but it's not that difficult. But it's kind of a little bit of a driver's track versus. I mean, if it didn't have the zig and the zag, I think it'd be a speed bowl. I mean,
yeah,
that track would be rocket fast. So the 2 little zigzags make it a lot funner, I think.
I like it.
Yeah. But you both would catch on to it rather quickly, so.
Yeah.
That's a Saturday only race.
That is a Saturday only race. And we might be able to dig up some hard body cars for you two boys.
Call Uncle Bob. Say, hey, I need some retro cars. I'm sure he'd be more than thrilled to let me.
I got you covered there if you need a retro car.
Might check it out. I make no promises.
I hear you.
Depends on what we're doing in July, too. So.
Right. Yeah, the only going on in July that I know of at this time is the FNRS race, which will be rescheduled.
Yeah, and the one, what was it we were talking
It
about?
should be relocated.
Yuska or whatnot. And there a Yuska race or something at Rogers in July.
No, in July is the annual retro All-Stars race.
Yeah.
Not All-Stars, excuse me. Race of Champions, the race for the ring.
Right, yeah, that's the one. That's at Rogers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's at Rogers. That might get a couple of change-ups yet. We're not sure on that yet. So
Still in the works?
still in the works.
Got it.
Still in the works. So
I don't know where I'm racing this year. I got to save all my pennies for the Worlds.
you keep winning them light money and you'll be saving them pennies.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got to spend the money to win the money in a drag race.
Drag racer you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be flying as much this year to save money for next year to go to California.
Yeah.
It looks like your drag racing is going pretty well down there.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Been building a lot of cars for people, which is good. We've got a lot of our locals really interested, which is nice.
Right.
And then we've still got all the other guys that used to come, which is also nice. So we can have, we usually have around a 50 to 60 entry race every time we race, which is good.
Right. Yeah, a weekly show, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Tuesdays is a little lighter because we don't pay out on Tuesdays. Just like
Grudge Race Tuesdays.
Has
are welcomed.
Shane, have you ever drag raced slot cars?
I did the last time I was there. Me and Walker had a little shootout.
Just you and Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to hook
let's hear it. He got you?
No.
I think we were even. I think I red lighted and then I figured out the lights and then I think I won one and you won one.
You were like off by a
Well,
lot.
here. No. The left hand is for roundy round racing. You can vouch for this, Walker. The right hand is for drag racing. Left hand was way slow. Right hand, I think I turned a better light. So I was like, oh, there you go. So left hand is for roundy round. Right hand is for drag racing.
Drag racing is for anyone. Anybody can do it.
Right. No skill. No driving skill.
The only skill is getting your
my
car
defense too is Walker gave me a car with the lead wire hanging below the chassis, so that was slowing me down too off the line.
He does that on like King Cobra races too.
Yeah, it's okay. It works.
He likes having that extra lead wire. So if the motor don't blow up, but the lead wire breaks, he can stretch it a little, and he's got a car.
Yeah, exactly.
He's thinking ahead on that one.
Yeah.
Until it hangs through the bottom of the car.
So I told him, I was like, hey.
I still won the race.
It's supposed to be there.
I understand, but still, it costs you time.
You can always tell when it's a lead wire because it goes sideways.
I think if I hadn't come off from blue and Shane hit me, I might have won that race, but we'll never know.
It's my same excuse.
If I wouldn't have missed 10 laps, I would have won the LMP race by 8.
A Mid-South race?
Yeah.
Sounds like a bunch of poor excuses to me.
I don't even like racing.
There you go.
If my glasses was the right prescription, I'd win every drag race.
Is that what is that what the old timer said in the old timers race?
That's just me making fun of people.
Your dad?
Yeah. Dad just needs glasses, period. man is blind.
Wait. What's more important, glasses or new tires on the front of the truck?
I would just go ahead and say glasses because he hasn't had those for 3 years. Okay, so he needed those a
Oh,
while
you know
ago.
what? Maybe if he had the glasses, he could see how bald the front tires are.
Yeah, he
I
couldn't
would say I'd get the tires. I don't want the glasses because I don't want to see what I'm about to crash into.
even.
I just wanted to be a surprise.
Oh,
You don't want it to rain at night whenever you're riding with him. I'll just put it that way.
okay.
I can remember whenever you were at the old building, and I think I came up on a Sunday. He was like, "Hey, you want to ride with me right quick?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Where are we going?" He's like, "I'm gonna show you a building I'm looking at."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was
That was
interesting.
that one sketchy place.
That was interesting.
I was like, "How long's your fuel light been on, Randy?"
It came on a couple days ago. I've done drove here about 3 times.
I asked him. I was like, some dualies they are not diesel trucks have the dual tank,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, the other one's dry." I'm like, oh, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, how far is this?" And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "So I know how far I gotta walk back."
Yeah,
As Fred Sanford
that's
once
a
said,
classic dad thing.
as Fred Sanford once said, I hope that E is for enough.
Yeah, we were on the way to the Palooza, actually, and we were going up 77, I believe. And you know how in the turnpike, there's like no gas stations for forever.
Right.
So we entered that zone at about 50 miles of gas left. Okay, so then the fuel light comes on, and I'm like looking out the window looking for a gas station. Of course, there isn't one.
It's
So
mountains.
then, yeah, we pulled into the gas station to get gas, and it said an estimated distance of 2 miles.
You know how you know when you're really, really out of gas? When you take the cap off and it goes,
Well, I don't know if it does that with diesel fuel.
yeah.
Oh, this
I know.
was in my mom's car.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would have been even better.
That's how you know when you're sucking fumes.
Yep.
Break the seal and it goes, it's like, oh boy.
We'll do that on a hot summer
Yeah,
day.
I get used to it. I just go to sleep and hope he stops and gets gas.
What happens if he goes to sleep?
He goes to sleep all the time, so it doesn't matter.
You just crash.
Yeah, I could tell you a story about me driving back from, where are we coming back from?
Here we go.
Had to be coming back from New Jersey, me and Bobby. And it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I thought we were driving back to Charleston, so I took us on a 25-mile detour. Yep. Bobby's like, "Where were you going?" I was like, "I guess I was going home. I don't really remember. I was asleep."
I was asleep.
Riding along, and you
Yeah.
do that number there, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah. You just zone out, and then you come back in, you're like, where am I?
So last week we ended the show with
we didn't have a word of the show last week.
No, we didn't, but
No.
we ended the show with his Kyle Busch going to get 200, and he did. Is he going to get 201 this weekend?
Total. We have to include total wins.
Yeah, well, Richie Evans had 475, 9 championships.
Paul Garant.
I wonder how many.
Those are NASCAR wins.
I wonder how many, like, lower than the top 3 races Kyle Busch has won.
Well, he's okay. I mean, it's broken.
Like K&N and stuff like that.
I can tell you a race I
well,
went.
the 200 only counts Cup, Xfinity, and Truck.
Yeah.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
Right, and I don't know where he's at on K&N wins or any other NASCAR sanctioned wins, but Richie Evans had 475.
Yeah.
Won 9 NASCAR championships. And I won't take anything away from Kyle Busch. I mean, I
think Kyle Busch is one of the best drivers.
To win 200 major kind of races in I don't know how many years. I mean, it's pretty amazing. But it's not 200 Cup wins either. But on the other hand, Richard Petty didn't win 200, 500-mile races either. So
No, he ran a lot of.
you just can't.
He ran a lot of short races.
You just can't compare them. So
you can't compare different time frames.
Right. And it's the same thing like in slot car racing. A lot of times guys will say, well, or they'll ask me or something. They'll say like, well, who do you think is the best slot car racer? And it's like, there is no.
Forky.
Well, I mean, okay. If you would say, okay, in Israel over the last 20 years, yeah, Horky, for sure. But that doesn't make him the best slot car racer. I mean, because there's so many facets and scales and everything else.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of car you're talking about.
Right. Like who's the best wing car racer? Okay, well then who's the best Group 7 racer and who's the best 27 racer and who's the best
box stock racer?
Yeah, international, blah, 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 and then, who's the best scale racer? Well, Flexies, Eurosports, 32nd Eurosport. I mean,
who's the best at 4.5-inch NASCAR?
Yeah. And then, right. And then like who's the best overall? I mean, okay, scale or wing or 32nd or 24th or
Womps.
Yeah, womps,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so subjective.
We need to make a list and check it twice.
Of what?
Of the top 10 slot car racers.
I think there's been something like that before out there.
Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll leave this up to our viewers.
Here we go. Yeah, perfect. We don't have to do anything.
All right. So, and we'll tabulate it. No one will know really who. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Okay. So if you're watching this show, we want to know who you think is your top 5 best slot car racers.
And then
of all,
and let's just narrow it down to 124 scale and scale wing. You just put down who you think is the best 5 slot car racers in 124th racing. Wing cars, scale cars, retro cars, flex cars, Eurosport. Yeah, anything that's 124 scale.
And then everything that might be too much work. Everything we get,
and you send the message to Between the Lanes on Facebook as a message. You message, so it's not out in the public forum, and then we will tabulate those for next weekend and see what who our viewers think are the.
And then whatever has the highest averages will be the top 5.
Yeah, I mean there could be an outright winner. There could be some ties, but and then we could just say here's the top 5 based on names given and 1 point for each time their name was mentioned or something. And it'll be interesting. We'll just see what the viewers, what our fans, what our non-fans, what our haters, what our lovers think. Who are the top 5 best 124 slot racers?
Should we do no, I'm not going to say we should do American. We should, worldwide.
Yeah, it can be worldwide. Yeah.
I don't know if we should do just American or if we should do worldwide.
No, we'll do worldwide.
My top 5 would change a lot.
I was going to say, there's a couple top 5 that aren't American in mine.
Because somebody, for example, someone could think that Horky's the best, and they might want to say he's number 1 of their 5. Okay. And if we said American only, he wouldn't count. So,
no. I mean, somebody that's really into wing car racing would say maybe right now Brad's the best.
Right.
Like now,
Right.
So
yeah, just name your top 5. Name your top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do the tabulations.
I'm gonna have to do some lack of research and just say 5 names.
Walker.
Sounds like, what's that character off of Sesame Street?
Oh, I don't know which
Waka, Waka, Waka.
Oh.
I didn't watch Sesame Street.
Yeah, I really didn't either.
All right, someone on the show help me out with this.
Waka.
Yeah.
No, I think the what do we call the word? The word of the show, the magic word, the secret word, the show word. What do we call it?
All of those.
Okay. It'll be top 5.
Top 5. Yeah, there we go.
It's actually 2 words. Top 5. Or it could be 1 word and the number 5.
You go T5, then you think it's an Allen wrench.
Yeah. Top 5. So we're leaving it up to you, viewers, listeners, and watchers. We want to know who you think the top 5.
And if I make the top 5, I'll shave my beard.
Oh, Walker, if you make the top 5, will you cut your hair?
People would just say I'm the best just to make me cut my hair.
Yeah, I guess that's
That's not a fair bet.
Everybody have Walker number 1 because he just. Yeah, that's good.
You blew it, Ron. Yeah, blew it.
Oh, okay. So I keep forgetting to say this on the show.
Oh boy!
I'm going to say this on the show.
Is it time to get the mute button ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know I've told Shane this, and I've told quite a few people this. If I don't win 3 or more races at the Nats.
Okay, wait. I got to write this down.
Write it down.
Okay, if Walker
date it, we'll get it notarized.
Doesn't win
3 national championships this year.
Titles. Yeah.
I will cut my hair.
No, wait a minute. If he doesn't win 3 titles, you'll get your hair cut.
Yes.
So you're expecting to win 3 races.
So if
I'm not expecting it all because I want to cut
my hair.
I want to do it.
You got to word it differently.
So it looks like
Okay, if you win 3 or more, you keep your hair. Anything less, you cut your hair.
Yes.
All right. If Walker wins, let's go to reword this. If Walker wins 3 or more Nats titles, he cuts his hair.
And a stipulation is that one of them has to be on the flat track.
Okay. And one of those three on
has to be on the MTT.
Okay.
Since you'll do that, I'll throw this one out there.
Oh, okay. No, wait a minute. Wait.
All right.
Let me get this clarified. So Walker's saying if he wins 2 on the flat, 1 on the Cobra, or 1 and 1, or 1 on the flat and 2 on the Cobra, or 1 on the okay.
Yeah.
If he wins 3, okay. If he wins 3 or more, he keeps the hair, but one of the wins has to be on the flat.
Yes.
So if you won 3 titles on the Cobra, nothing on the flat, you're going to get your hair cut.
Yes. Okay. If I win every race on every bank track and don't win in a single
No. That was you cut your hair. No, wait.
That means I cut my hair.
Okay.
So if I win everything banked car and still suck on the flat track, hair's getting cut.
Okay.
So
well, the
first bet was 1, but then I was talked out of that one.
So you've got 4 chances on the oval or on the flat.
Yeah.
You got 4.
That'll be the hard one.
you got 4 on. Okay, so basically, if you win, say 3 just on the oval, or 3 between the oval and the Cobra, and nothing on the flat, you got to get your hair cut.
Yes.
Okay. Basically, if you don't win on the flat, you're getting your hair cut.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to win a Eurosport race, so.
Looks like we need to buy some clippers.
Professional haircut, buddy.
It'd be professional.
See, we can't really cut his hair until after the Eurosport race if he doesn't.
Yeah, you can't.
I'll be there Sunday. You'll be there Sunday, won't you?
We might be on the way home yet. I don't know yet.
You're not going to pit Paul?
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
I'd like to. I want to say I'm going to be there, but I'm not. We may be on our way back. We don't know yet. So anyway, okay.
Got it.
So let me see if I get this. Okay, so
thank Justin Colvin for this bet.
Okay, so if you don't win nothing, you're getting your hair cut.
Oh yeah, if I suck, I'm getting my hair cut, but hopefully I don't suck.
So basically.
Sounds like to me it's time to get your hair cut.
No, well, here's what I'm thinking. See, this could be a
I'm trying to get more people to show up with higher competition so we have a better turnout.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't think most of you care about your hair.
Get him to cut his hair.
Yeah.
But okay, so maybe we would know by Saturday whether he's going to get his hair cut or not. Pretty much.
I mean, yeah. If I've only
Well,
won,
I'm
If
just
you
saying-
haven't won anything by Saturday, then
Yeah, you get your hair cut Saturday.
If I've only won, if
Yeah.
I haven't won anything or won one race by Saturday,
And we're going to take you upstairs because there's a barbershop upstairs, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
And
you
we're
counted
going to
wrong.
make
There's
us
5
a
races on the
we're going to
flat
make
track.
us a special between the lanes episode.
Well, we should do, because your hair is long, right? Show everyone your hair.
Yeah.
Show them your hair.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, so that's the hair now. So, I mean, like Ron, me, we can cut a little bit off the bottom because all that's going to be gone anyway.
This would be like cutting the
Yeah,
basketball.
you guys could. Yeah, you guys can cut the little bottoms off. Everybody
I'm gonna say,
in
well,
the
that's-
race can cut it off.
Okay, so how short are you gonna go with this haircut?
Probably to where it was.
Does he qualify for locks of love?
It's got to be at least, I think, 8 to 6
Oh.
inches. I think. I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be short. How my hair was cut for the Nats at Rogers, where it was short, that's how it'll be cut.
You pulling it up.
It's gonna be really
We'll pull
short.
that up next week.
Gotcha.
I probably have a hat on in every picture, but
Okay,
I'll send you a picture of how short my hair was.
we'll get it up for we'll have it on file for next week's show.
Yeah.
'Cause we'll be
If
talking-
I ever show up with a haircut and shaved, everyone always says I look weird.
we will be talking about this up until
Oh, yeah.
the Nats every week, I'm sure.
I can't wait.
Okay,
I'm just doing it for
I can't wait to
passion.
watch you get your hair cut. And I'm gonna be videotaping it and making a special.
What's going to be funny
What
is
if I don't get my hair cut?
you're going to get your haircut.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
completely honest,
it's very possible he will win the 3-1 race on the flat track. This is a really good bet either way. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
the odds are
even
in
if
the
I
favor of each
do,
side.
even if I do win the bet, it's still getting cut in April. After the Nats, it's still getting cut.
Okay,
So you got your.
cut off the magic locks.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to
You
say.
guys-
It's kind of like the playoff beard.
yeah.
Okay,
Or it's funny because Bobby always gives me a hard time about shaving because before I started growing my beard or whatever, I used to always give him a hard time because I would not get it. I would not get my hair. This is even with big cars or whatever. I never shaved and I never got my hair cut the week of a race.
Oh yeah, me neither.
all right. And
So I
so,
haven't had a haircut in 2 years because I race every week.
Shane, what were you gonna say?
If I go back to back, 4.5-inch NASCAR national titles, off with a beard.
Okay,
Oh, well, I guess we can't really do much with Ron's hair, so.
Oh, here we go, Ron. You
okay.
go. If you, because you won GTP at Rogers, right? And neither one of us, or all 3 of us, didn't go to California.
Right. Yeah, I won GTP at Rogers.
Now we got to figure out one for you if you go back to back GTP.
All right. Well, we got a week to figure that one out. I don't want to
Shave your eyebrows off.
I don't want to rush to any harsh decisions right now.
Yeah, we sound like a bunch of winners.
But we'll come up with something for next week's. That'll be next week's announcement. What?
They got your hair dye. Ooh,
dye the hair. I hear dye.
dye your hair.
Diet green.
Yeah, 'cause your hair right now is kind of a
Salt and pepper.
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be
We
pretty
can
easy.
go. We can go Terry Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, we
He's
could.
gonna kill me for that one, but
Go Dave Smirka blonde.
yeah. See, I didn't know him then.
It's
Yeah.
got to be a color. It can't just be like a normal shade. It's got to be like bright
When
pink.
you're salt and pepper, anything's a color.
Yeah.
Go
It's
bright
gonna
pink.
be funny if luck's on our side. We all do well.
No play for Mr. Gray, as the commercial says.
Okay.
All right, that's enough humor for 1 week. So don't forget, top 5 secret word of the show or the word of the show, and go to Between the Lanes Facebook page and send as a message to the page, not posted on the page, your
This is an anonymous vote. I mean,
your nomination for the top 5 124th slot car racers. Kind of overall, but if you want to go in there and name 5 wing car racers, that's fine. If you want to name 5 scale cars, that's fine. If you want to, your top 5.
And the word of the show is top 5.
Top 5.
And next week we will have the top 5. It's like Casey Kasem, top 5 in America.
Sounds good.
All right. So until next week, if you're going racing this weekend, good luck. Be prepared. Don't do the walker laziness thing.
Hey,
be safe.
I was busy all week, okay? The only class I even got to touch was Group 10, okay?
Excuses. You know what this is, Walker?
I beat you because you didn't show up.
Walker, you know what that is? You know what that is?
A couple of fingers.
That's the world's smallest violin.
Okay.
Well,
you know what I tell the guys at work?
What?
Excuses only satisfy those given them.
Until next week, episode 85 next week. Ciao.
Bye.